Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have Guardians of the Galaxy. Yay, it's today, no, it's yesterday it came out. Today is the day that Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, the finale of the Guardians trilogy by James Gunn, has completed. So if you might have seen it already, those of you who have not, I am not going to spoil anything, I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to talk about the animated shorts series. We already talked about the animated series way back when. That this relates to, but this is from 2015 to 2017, which is pretty much filling in some gaps between Volume 1 and Volume 2, but is completely not canon whatsoever, especially if you've seen Volume 3. So in this, we get a 2-season, 16-episode in total series of it says 4 to 6 minute shorts, but honestly, they're like 2 to 2.5 minutes long after you take off all the foreign credits. Yeah. So you can blow through this pretty quickly. And it's really just for fans of the movies, but pointed more towards younger fans in a sense, because it's pretty bloodless. There's no strong language. There's no adult situations or anything else. It's the first season is just 10 episodes, and it's 5 two-parters that focus on each of the main characters. We got Star-Lord, we got Drax, Rocket, Groot, and Gamora. Those 5 right there. Each of them get a two-parter with a cliffhanger ending in between, and they're complete stories for each of them in the first season. Then the second season, which I didn't really pay attention. Suddenly I thought, oh, I'm done. So the end of the Gamora story is it. And then it's like, oh, the next one is season 2, episode 1. I'm like, there's more. There's more. So I found there was 6 more episodes, and it's Guardians Reunited. And it's all of them together in the Milano, flying around, and apparently they get to Earth. Yes, this is very much it does not connect exactly in any way with the MCU proper. It's just the way it is, because I mean, original Guardians Volume 1 came out in 2014. The sequel, Volume 2, came out in 2017. So yeah, this literally fits right between there. It's honestly, it was made to fill the desires for people wanting more Guardian stuff. Yeah. Let's watch more Guardian stuff. And this is even a supplement to the original series that took a number of storylines from the comics here and there, and also interacted with a number of characters from the Marvel comics and Marvel Cinematic Universe. Again, it's everything that would have happened in this animated thing got blown out of the water the moment that everybody kind of ran into everybody else during Avengers Infinity War and well, of course, Volume 2, Volume 3, and also Endgame and everything else. So yeah, have fun with it. This gives us the origin of Star-Lord soon after he gets kidnapped, and why can't I say his name? None of the actors reprise their roles in this at all. There's nobody doing the voice for these characters at all. It's also not a James Gunn produced series. If this had been, these would have been tightly tied into proper MCU. Story. Whatever the canon. But it is not. Just have fun with it. So we see Star-Lord's origin, we see Rocket's origin, we see Groot's origin, we see Drax's origin, and we get to see Gamora's origin, all of which don't line up with the comic, don't line up with the movies. So that's all I really can say. The second season, though, is really fun in the sense where you get to see them together after they've met each other, because the first season is just them before they've met each other, and second season is them on an adventure, drops them on Earth, and they run into some familiar characters from Marvel Comics, not the least of which is MODOK, working with AIM, as he would be in the comics, but it's not the MODOK we know from the animated series that was voiced by Patton Oswalt, and it's not the MODOK that was seen in Quantumania in the quantum verse. So yeah, it's definitely different. And then there's the two-parter that finishes it off at the very end, has the gang coming face to face with Man-Thing. Yes, whatever knows fear burns the touch of the Man-Thing. And you'd think that maybe he and Groot would get along a little bit better, plant-based kind of creatures. But anyway, it's mainly just for the comedy. The Drax one is probably the funniest. It's just him being sent to a carnival to get a stuffed animal. Rocket. He just decides to send people on wild goose chases while he does his thing. Well, in this case, yeah, he gets the job of getting a stuffed animal while Peter has to go fight MODOK. So, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, and then in the carnival, he basically lays waste to this carnival. And every time there has to be a mention of him and his family and his child, much like you, and like he goes on this thing. It's kind of funny. So yeah, and Gamora gets sent to get special some sort of technology that exists in laser tag guns, and so she ends up at a birthday party at a Chuck E. Cheese for the most part, and meets a young boy who's getting bullied by his bigger brothers, and she teaches him how to defend himself in laser tag. So, like I said, pretty bloodless, just meant to be funny. So, and the style of animation is kind of that Western anime style. It's, as you can see here, it takes really strong cues from a number of different anime styles, but it has a very still Western feel to it. The most full tilt anime style is in the last two episodes of the first season, which are Gamora, where we see her versus Nebula and Korag. Korag? Yeah. They are competing to get something for Ronan the Accuser, and the fight sequences, the movement between all three of them is pretty fantastic, especially her and Nebula. So it's kind of cool. All right, that's all I can really say about that. Let's pick tomorrow's episode.
169.
169. 169. What do we got here? Well, hey, we're back to documentary season, I guess. We'll see how this goes. Like I said, we've been lucky that with all the documentaries we get, they've been very different from each other. Even just out of the last 10, it seems like there's not been like two shark ones, which is astounding considering how many shark ones there are. This one, I don't know what it is, but it pretty much explains right off the bat that it is about the Genoa Bridge disaster. So it's going to be fun. It'll be informative. We'll learn something, and that's okay. It's probably a National Geographic episode thing, whatever. So it's the Genoa Bridge disaster is what we're watching next on the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that.